He is with us on Monday. He is Dr. Eli, and he is live here in our studios just off Breckenridge and Watterson Expressway in Louisville. Good to have you with us on Louisville Live this morning on WBKI, the CW TV, to talk about. If we have time, we'll try to open up phone calls, but we got some heavy conversation taking place here. Still ahead, we have In Focus, Lifestyle Magazine, learn all about all the things going on, and then KinSafe with computers. But Dr. Eli, good having you with us.
Good to be back, Craig. I got some company with you.
Yeah, you have Becky Antle with the Kent School of Social Work at the University of Louisville.
Yeah, Dr. Becky Antle. Yep.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Dr. Eli, for people who are seeing you for the first time, tell a little bit about what you do. I know you're at U of L, but you also offer so much more in relationship understanding and advice. Explain your career and profession.
Sure. In addition to being a marriage and family therapist, Craig, and working with couples and families in my practice, I teach and train therapists at the University of Louisville at the Kent School of Social Work, the Marriage and Family Therapy Program. And today we're here to talk about relationship education, which Becky runs a large grant, and it's another service we provide to the community and in our private work as well.
And I guess one question before we go talk about the grants and everything, we talked to Dr. Eli, Becky, but what about the number one problem facing couples out there today? I mean, I know you work with them all the time, but we've talked about communication, you even raise money, don't fight over money, but what's the number, maybe one or two things that you're really seeing in couples out there today?
Really, I think Eli's right. He said communication, and that's really the underlying problem for most couples. They fight about different things, but it's not the fact that we have disagreements. As you know, two different people, we're going to have those disagreements and differences of opinion, and it might be about money, it might be about parenting, it might be about other family members, etc. But the way we communicate, the way that we disagree is really the underlying issue for most couples, because if we can learn to fight more fairly or more productively, then that really makes a huge difference.
Does it go back, Dr. Eli, to being more kind and gentle, or just, I mean, people get steam, they get angry, and they walk out. How do you calm down when you're angry?
You know, all the research says, Craig, that fighting is not bad in and of itself. Negative emotions aren't bad. It's how you vent them and how you express them. So when you have the skills to let them out kind of in a safe way, in a softer way, versus this harsh, kind of angry way, you know, you get a lot further with your spouse or your family members, and that's what we do in this relationship education.
And so you all, we know what you do. Dr. Eli is with us every Monday, and he answers a lot of questions. But you two work together, and more you, Becky, is you have retreats, you have weekend gatherings, you have classes even that couples can take to. Some people say, well, I don't want to go to therapy, but are these classes a little different than therapy? You're with other couples and you come in and just listen and learn? Tell us a bit about these.
Right. We have a lot of different kinds of classes that we offer. Some are through the grant and some are through our clinic at the Family Therapy Program. We offer classes for individuals who want to work on relationship issues, so you don't even have to bring your spouse or your partner with you. You can come on your own and work with some of our trained facilitators. We do offer retreats for couples, and those might be on the weekend or during the week. We offer parenting classes, and we offer classes even for teens who are struggling with relationship issues. You know, we do a lot around violence prevention and things like that, and helping teens have healthy relationships as well.
And I know there's blended families out there. We a few weeks ago, I remember an email talking about a blended family situation. Sometimes you were talking about teens. That could put stress on a family and a teen. They have frustrations. They have their anger too, because they have needs, and then there's two families coming together, Dr. Eli, or there's divorce or separation, so you really can't overlook the children in a family either.
No, you can't, and most of these programs, like the type we run at the University of Louisville, have special components or chapters based on how to parent or how to co-parent, how to work with the teenagers. So I think it's important, maybe we can talk a little bit, Becky, what we do in West Louisville through Neighborhood Place. So if you are an individual, you're living in West Louisville, you frequent the neighborhood places, we have an option and available relationship education for you.
Right. We work through the 8 neighborhood place sites, and some of those are in West Louisville, some of them are in South Louisville. There's even one off Barrett Avenue. And so people who access the services that are offered through Neighborhood Place can come and take these classes. And it's not just that the classes are for free, but because we have this grant, we actually pay the participants to come and to complete the classes. And so it's a really wonderful service to the community, and we find that people really love them. People might sort of come the first time because there's that financial incentive, but once they're there, they're hooked and they just love these classes because we all like to talk about our relationships. They're important to us, and so it's a great opportunity for people to get together and really share what's on their heart and talk and learn some new skills and some new ideas that can help them improve those relationships.
Yeah.
Dr. Antle and Dr. Eli work with a lot of couples out there. I want to get some information up on the screen about conflict, because when you have communication challenges, Dr. Eli, there is conflict out there. There's low self-esteem, a little bit of everything, but this is a little bit of your background, and I'm sure Dr. Antle almost mirrors this, but this is the type of expertise we're talking here, what you deliver. Then you have, you talk about couples recovering from infidelity, couples struggling with infertility. So many stresses on couples these days.
There is. So if you are a couple, and we had that email last week talking about needing to get some premarital education but not wanting to go through your church. So types of classes we offer to couples too, like this weekend retreat, is getting these skills, again, learning how to fight fair, learning how to take a time out. Lots of couples say, you know, Craig, we get into these conflicts, things escalate so quickly, we don't know how to call a timeout, or one partner just bails, and usually when one partner bails, the other partner runs after them and pursues them. So lots of skills we teach in these couples courses, skills you'd get in good therapy anyway, but they're different because you're taking them in a group of other couples, so you're not in the bubble of your own relationship. Sometimes you think, I'm the only one experiencing these problems, I'm the only one going through this, but it's not true. So we're going to, again, use what the best research evidence says with the best clinical wisdom, and train couples on how to fight fair, how to take a time out, how to build intimacy in their relationship.
And let me just say this, we have the number up on the screen of Dr. Eli, 749-8825. If you want some confidential information, you can also go to the website, you can email him, and if you want to talk to Dr. Antle, Dr. Eli will put you in touch with her, because they are confidential. For 5 years, they've been involved out in these classes. I think you said you've helped 1,300 people or couples. Right. I mean, that's over 1,000 people just in a few years here. Right. So you have someone out in the community, and they may be watching right now. I'm not going to go. I don't want to go. I don't need to go.
Right.
I don't have a problem. What do you say to them?
Well, I think we can all improve our relationships. And so it may be that you don't feel like you have relationship problems, but we want our relationships to be better. And so we find that people come into these classes in a lot of different places. Some are coming and their relationships are in crisis and they're thinking about divorce, or they're really in a high conflict situation. Other people, their relationships are going pretty well, but they just want them to be better, because we know that, you know, we all have struggles and problems. And as Eli said, that's one of the great things about these classes, is that when you bring a group of people together, they really get to see that we all are having the same problems. We're all in the same soup, as one marriage author likes to say. And so we really find that it's beneficial for people to see that other people are struggling with the same problems. They can learn from each other and from the evidence-based practice wisdom that we're sharing with them in these classes. And so everyone can take something from this.
Are we seeing more people coming forward, Dr. Eli? Are they trying to get information, and are they trying to get better? Or are they still a little shy of that stigma of doing this?
Yeah, I think in some circles, you know, when I was in Chicago before I moved back to Louisville, it seemed like everybody had their therapist or their counselor. Yeah. There is a slight bit more of a stigma on mental health, but the great thing about a program like this, because it is based around health and strength in relationships instead of deficit or pathology, so we will get people that will come and you know, maybe they come for the monetary incentive, maybe they come because their partner won't go with them, but they find they get so much information. So it erases this kind of negative stigma, gives them these skills, and they tell their friends about it, which is a great thing about being in the community in West Louisville.
Well, we appreciate you both being with us, and we're out of time. We didn't get to take phone calls, but next week, Dr. Eli will be here to take phone calls. Good having you with us, Dr. Eli.
Good being here.
We'll be right back, opening up the phone lines with Ken Safe. If you have a computer problem,